We drove all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina to get scammed by Darius Cooks. And boy, did he scam us good.
What's up, good people, and welcome back to Reality Chronicles, where we share unique stories of true life and true crime events. So I often come across highlighted stories and receipts of the scamming and predatory practices that continue with Darius Cooks, also known as Darius Crooks. And for quite a while, I've debated about sharing these as individual stories. And today I decided it would be a good day to get started with sharing and highlighting some of these stories that I run across that prove why people call Darius Cooks Darius Crooks. So we have one of his, former followers who goes by the name of Kim. She's a former beehiver who purchased two Dining with Darius Cooks tickets for an event. And in her post to Darius, she says, "Darius, that was very rude to block me. I wish I would have known about you before I paid for the tickets last year. That's very smart of you to receive payment a year in advance. By the time someone finds out about your scamming behavior, it's too late because you already have their money. You would think, given my situation, you would make an exception and refund me for the two tickets I have no use for. My father is extremely sick, and that money is needed for something more important. Remember, God knows and sees all." Shaking my head. And so then someone reached out to Kim in her DMs, and there was some correspondence. And the person says, "Hello, I saw your comment on Darius' post and wanted to ask you a question if you don't mind." Kim responds, "If you're about to ask me anything about him scamming, I'll save you the trouble. I purchased my ticket last year after a coworker told me she went and really enjoyed herself. I hadn't heard much about him then, besides he was a chef from social media. It was another coworker who warned me about possibly being scammed by him. I researched him and found a group dedicated to exposing him. That's where I seen all the evidence, and it was a lot. But by that time, it was too late. I had already paid for my father and I." The person then responds, "LOL, I was definitely about to ask you why you paid a known scammer for any kind of service, but I think I understand now after reading your reply. But just to let you know, you can kiss that money goodbye. Darius doesn't give a ish." Kim then responds, "I didn't know. When my other coworker warned me, it had been weeks after I purchased my tickets. It wasn't until after I spoke with her that I found that group. The evidence they had was overwhelming. My heart dropped reading those posts knowing I had given him my money. I wish I saw that group before. Now my father's health has rapidly declined. I doubt he's able to attend any type of event come June. Not to mention that money can be used for his medications, some of which I'm paying out of pocket for. I explained all this to him and he blocked me." And when she says that, she's talking about Darius. And per usual, this is not the first, the last, the 100th, or the 200th comment that I've seen of this sort concerning Darius Crooks and lack of refunding. And I'm sure, like many, she probably went against her gut and convinced herself that if she just hung in there, she would be the exception, and he certainly would not scam her, because even after a few weeks of purchasing, she could have potentially done a chargeback with her bank. But again, this is a situation that we've seen many times before and will continue to see into the future, I'm very sure. And it's just very interesting that a person who claims to be a multimillionaire and a person of God and all of these other positive attributes has no evidence of that when it concerns their interaction with other human beings. But, it is what it is. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this situation. Should she have been able to still receive a refund? And in giving all sides of the story, I know that Darius Crooks has a zero refund policy with the Dining with Darius Crooks events. And I know in general, he puts the onus on them to find other people to purchase their tickets, which I'm sure is not an easy feat. However, he does also refund periodically. So it basically depends on, his mood, like most of his policies in his Scampire. But with that, let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, until I upload the next video, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And take care and be blessed. Peace.